Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you so dearly for always tuning in. I really appreciate. Today, the first time you are coming across us, so you are hearing this voice for the first time. We still remain Progress News and we give you all the latest updates. Remember, in this platform, we react to all videos and your opinion is highly needed. So sit back, watch this video, and I'll be right back.
If you don't know now, know it. Because even some of you animals in Biafra land does not even know all these things. Even some of you does not even know. Look at this useless comments here. Now this person now talking rubbish. He doesn't want me to talk. So some people should come and impose all their mentality or whatever, all their lies on us now. So we should accept. Again, having clarified what is in the agreement between Nigeria and Cameroon, which does not bind on us as Biafrans. It doesn't, and that is why the BNL does not recognize Cameroon's sovereignty over the territory. We don't also recognize the border they created again, adjusting the territory from. We don't recognize that. We violate that international border or whatever. We violate it. We move in at any time we want, hold our activities, because we don't see that part. Now, Cameroon, now continuing with what is in the agreement, it says that Cameroon will establish their military presence in Bakassi. They will establish their military presence in Bakassi, but the people remain Nigerian citizens. Furthermore, the sharing of the resources, the revenue, Nigeria takes 60 up to 60 or not 70% of the resources in Bakassi. Cameroon takes about 40 or 30%. This is where Nigeria now agreed to cede the territory because they are taking lion's share in Bakassi. About 60 to 70, I was told it's 70% by the former leader of Bakassi movement for self-determination, Vamos. Which is Comrade Asuko, who took over from late Tony Asuko, explained to me with map and evidence I whatever that Cameroon is taking and Nigeria is taking 70%, and when I'm saying 60, but 70% of the resources from Bakassi. Cameroon is just 30%. Now, when you don't have the support of indigenous, of the territory you are claiming, do you know you are annexing, you are trying to annex them? No. Do you know you are trying to annex them? Now, it is this same thing you are accusing Cameroon government, annexing Ambazonia, illegal annexing Ambazonia. The same thing some of you are now trying to do over Bakassi, laying claims to Bakassi without the support or the knowledge or the consent of indigenous people. You are trying to annex the territory. You are accusing Cameroonian government of annexation. You are accusing them. They annex you, even while what is written in history shows that there was a plebiscite or referendum when Ambazonia was part of the eastern Nigeria. That is the English-speaking Cameroon, and they voted to join Cameroon. Although they have said that they were forcefully annexed by Cameroon, that they actually meant to stand on their own. But if you are annexed by Cameroon, why trying to annex? Why trying to make that same mistake by trying to annex a territory? The people the indigenous people, the owners of the land, have not been part of you. They are not Ambazonians. They are not related to you, and you are trying to lay claims to them, which is very wrong. The people of Bakassi are the Efik people. They are the Efik, the Calabas. They speak the same language with the Calabas. The people of Bakassi are the Efik people. Majority of them are the Efik people. Then you can have some part of Oron, few numbers of Oron people. But majorly Efik, the Osakedets. And these people are people of former eastern Nigeria. They speak the same, we all speak the same language, the Calabas and the Efik people of Bakassi. They don't speak any language, but they don't associate. When you come to Bakassi, what do they speak in Bakassi? It is still our own type of pidgin English. You know, they are different. The two pidgin English are different. When you look at the Ambazonia intonation of their pidgin English, it's quite different from our own. And that is the same thing, pidgin English in Bakassi. So how do you feel you can control Cameroon is finding it difficult to control Bakassi today. Apart from our activities, apart from the ongoing Biafra activities, Cameroon has been finding it so difficult to control the territory. Why? Because the indigenous are not flowing with them. You send your French military to that place, they don't hear French. They don't understand that. And they can't flow with you because you are strange to them, foreign government or whatever. Anything you do there will not move. Cameroon is fine, and that's why Cameroon cannot erect any structure in Bakassi. They cannot. What have they built in Bakassi? They haven't built anything since they took over because they are like hope tomorrow. Nigeria will not come and collect it, or we will not lose it. They haven't built anything. Since they built the market, it is even wooden market. Not even, they said they spent millions of francs. It's wooden market. And our people went there, our boys went there and burn it down. Since then, they are not there to erect any such nonsense in Atabon East. Atabon, which is the main high sea in Bakassi. Cameroon has been finding so difficult. And then you, who is from Ambazonia, the truth is that Ambazonia does not have any presence in Bakassi as whatever, as a freedom or whatever. Ambazonia does not. They are in Bakassi as refugees. The same way they are in Ikom, the same way they are in Ugoja, the same way they are in Akanta, the same way they are in Eket Ibaka as refugees. It's the same way they are in Bakassi as refugees. Not as indigenous, not as a freedom fighting group or whatever. They have never operated there. They don't exist there. So all these things trying to make people believe that Bakassi is Ambazonia is very wrong. It's fraud. Trying to make people believe that Bakassi is I advise them to stop it. It's an advice. I'm not quarreling with anybody, but it's an advice. Because Bakassi is a no-go area. Now, why do you think that the BNL have more ground in Bakassi? Why do you think that we have more ground in Bakassi? I am from the hinterland. But I am regarded as an indigene by the indigenous of Bakassi. Why do you think it's so? The key actors, some of the key actors of the BNL are indigenous of Bakassi. Some of the key actors that occupy sensitive roles in the BNL are indigenous. Then if you are not from Bakassi, another key actors are those other closer to Bakassi, like the Akwa Ibom, like the Calabas that are in BNL, that occupy key roles, sensitive roles in BNL. Then before you now have other, like the hinterland borders, Ikom, all those places. And these key actors of BNL have been able to bring in their people, have been able. Today the clan heads in Bakassi are supporting us. The clan heads in Bakassi are supporting, the chiefs in Bakassi are supporting us. Go to Ikan. These places are Nigerian side anyway, or the so-called places controlled by Nigeria. Go to Ikan, go to Ikan. There's nobody that doesn't know about Biafra movement. Then you go to the places controlled by Cameroon. Atabong, which is the places they call Isangel. Atabong, Inemba, Ineuko, all those places. They call Idabatu. Then the places Abana, all those places. They under Isangele. All Bakassi chiefs. Because they don't have option than to support us, than to fight along with Biafra for independence. And by identity, they have been part of the East. They are Calabar people. We're not seeing them as different people. They are Calabar people. Bakassi was under Calabar. Bakassi was under Calabar. Before this Cameroon started claiming. And mind you that during the civil war, the target of the Nigerian government was to block Bakassi. The first thing they did was to conquer Cross River, to defeat Biafran forces in Cross River State, which they did, and blocked Bakassi. Aligned with Cameroon government, even told Cameroon government to man their flag there and deploy their forces there. And that is what has affected Nigeria till today. That made Cameroon to start laying claims to the territory. It has affected Nigeria. It has affected them. And Bakassi was blocked. After the war, 1970, there was a Marwa agreement between Gowon and the Ahijo of Cameroon. That is the Cameroonian president then. That agreement saw the defeat of Biafra as his main inspiration. As his main inspiration. Oh, how do we settle you people? How was it? That is the purpose of that Marwa agreement. We know all this history. When Ambazonia voted, when Southern Cameroon voted willingly to join Cameroon, Bakassi was not part of it. Bakassi was under Calabar. Bakassi never voted because they are Calabar people. They are not part of it, but they have never been part of that. Why Nigeria was defeated in court is because Cameroon presented. They relied on the, if I'm not mistaken, was one of them relied on the fact that the people are Nigerians, they have the same language, so relied on the colonial creation or whatever. It seems Cameroon relied on that. On how British demarcated the territory then. But that is not the case. The case, what I'm talking about here, is that we don't abandon our own people. And we will not allow anybody, any forces to come and control our own people and intimidate them. We will not allow that. Any enemy invaders will be wiped out from Bakassi. Enemy invaders will be wiped completely from Bakassi. We will not allow that. We will not allow that. Because they remain our people and cannot be subjected to the control of any group outside our own territory. We will not allow that. Cameroon, we have banned them, we have banned their forces from Bakassi. Some of them, they are receiving it hot, very, very hot. Very, very hot. Very, very hot. They are getting the result, and they know that, oh, they are actually not in control. We are in charge. And this fight, this freedom fighting, some of you, because of your question, that is why I came out to answer some of you. This freedom fighting, it is not about who owns Bakassi. That is not what we are fighting for. We are fighting for the restoration of the Republic of Biafra. But when you begin to raise, you became so envious, jealous that BNL is a one controlling Bakassi. You are now raising issues. Some of you are now raising questions, asking questions over Bakassi. Why we are not talking about that? We are talking about getting freedom. It is our operational base. That is why you are hearing activities there steady. It is our operational base, our headquarters, where we meet, our national base. We are not fighting, oh, Bakassi belongs to us, Bakassi does not belong to us. No, we cannot fight over that. It is already part of us. It is our people. We are existing there based on our operational headquarters. We are not dragging Bakassi belong. It is ours. It's our territory. So we cannot be fighting, dragging our own. It is our territory. And that is why we are there. That is why we have strong presence there. Fighting for Biafra. From that angle, it is not that we are there to fight for Biafra. No, we are fighting for Biafra from that angle. That is what some of you have to understand. And not when we are fighting, you are publishing on newspaper. Ambazonia Bakassi. No, stop it. It's very wrong. It's very wrong. Or some of you see there. I saw some posts. Biafra claim Bakassi. Biafra. I saw some of what some days back. Biafra laying claims to Bakassi. We are not laying claims. It is you that is laying claim to Bakassi. We are not laying claims. We can't lay claim to something that is our own. We cannot. We cannot. So it's an advice. If you say that Cameroon government annexed you, they forcefully annex you, don't try to annex other people. Don't try to annex other people. If not, you are doing the same thing as Cameroon government. You are doing the same thing you say they did. If they annex you and you are trying to annex other people, you have no difference with Cameroon government. Because that is the same thing you are accusing them, is what you are doing. It's what you are doing. When we hosted flag at the welcome to Bakassi, at the entrance gate, welcome to Bakassi. Where was it that flag then? People came out. I saw the video is there. The video is there. People were excited. We were excited. Though we hosted you at the welcome to Bakassi from the Nigerian side. And they mobilized some people to come and protest. How many people came out for that protest? They were not up to 15. If I'm not mistaken, I will go and check back that video. It's on our page. They were not up to 15. I don't think they were up to. They were close to 15. With placards. You are not support of Biafra. You are not. They were not up to 15. After that, they protest. Numbers of people. They were another protest in support of our struggle. At Ikan, this one happened at what's the name of this community? Where that billboard is. Another one at Ikan there. We're in support. We people that are not in support of our struggle, the internally displaced people are all in support. I went to their camp. When we started this, I addressed their leaders. We addressed them. They are all in support because they are tired of both Nigerian government and Cameroonian government. The Nigerian government is not acting according. They are not even what is in the agreement. They are not even enforcing it. They are no longer concerned. They have abandoned them. The Cameroon government is taking advantage of the fact that Nigerian government have abandoned the people, forcing them to pay tax to them against the agreement they signed with Nigeria, which is unacceptable. And we think that it's not going to work in our territory. They can pay tax. They cannot pay tax to you. So when the indigenous are supporting, the returnees on the Nigerian side, the remnants in the territory are all in support, are all part of what I do, are participating fully, and you are just there on online, on Facebook, on Twitter, and YouTube laying claims to where you don't exist. For crying out loud, to where you don't exist. If we give an order now, we should stay just like the order we gave the other time. Do you know that it would have been so terrible in Bakassi? It would have been so terrible. It would have been so terrible. We don't look for trouble, but when people look for our trouble, we will react. Definitely we are going to react. So, I am advising you people, we are not enemies, but misunderstanding like this should be settled. What I'm seeing online, a lot of our people have been calling me, and mainly from the Gulf of Guinea, mainly from Bakassi, mainly from the border. They have been calling me what they are seeing online. What they are, at times we are going to activity, something will go on there. The next thing we will see in the Ambazonia newspaper, Ambazonia online TV channel, claiming, taking credit. They won't even mention black man. They won't even mention the other group there. They will just take the credit. They will just take the credit and say it is them. It is wrong. It's fraud. It's fraud. I have to say it. I have to say it. I can't keep quiet. I can't keep quiet. So we are not going to tolerate that. It is not a threat. And I didn't make any threat yet. For somebody is going to, I'm advising you people as brothers now. Just go and relax and focus on how to defeat Cameroon government and get your freedom. Cameroon government, you say they annex you. Don't try to annex other people. Don't try to annex other people. We will not allow that. It will not work. When you go online, you check everywhere. The group recognized in Bakassi is BNL. It is our controlled territory. And all the hinterland borders, not only Bakassi, all the hinterland borders bordering Ambazonia, it is we that are in charge. And we don't see any reason why some of you on the front page of newspaper will be claiming a territory you don't exist, a territory you don't have a single influence, a territory you don't have any presence. It is very, very wrong. It is very, very wrong. The whole of Bakassi people are with us. If not my delay, they have been calling me for a meeting. The former freedom fighters, the first people that started the freedom, the Bakassi movement for self-determination, the Bakassi freedom fighters, have already fixed a meeting between me and them. And very soon you will see that meeting. Indigenous. When you don't have support of indigenous, you leave it. You leave it, you are wasting time. Focus on your areas, on your boundaries, on your territory. It's an advice. Thank you.
So my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this update. Do well to like the video, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and bye-bye.